welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela and welcome to another travel vlog. This week I am here in beautiful San Francisco, California, and I am so excited to explore the city for the next few days. I'm here with one of my best friends who is actually moving here, so I figured I would tag along for the journey and do a little bit of sightseeing and exploring with him. We flew in yesterday night and got in around like midnight or 1 in the morning, and then this morning we are just getting ready and we're gonna head out very soon to go grab some food. We are kind of near like the Mission District, which I'm really excited to explore. I've heard there's some beautiful murals and a lot of like good Mexican food there, which I'm really excited to try. I actually have a couple of taquerias on my Google Maps list that I want to check out, but the one that I really wanted to try, which is called La Taqueria, it's closed until basically the day I leave San Francisco, so I'm probably not going to be able to try that. But there's one like 2 doors down that's also super popular called Takaria El Farito, which I want to try. So hopefully we get to go eat some good tacos today, and then we don't really have a plan for the rest of the day. I have a bunch of places marked down that I want to check out, but we'll see what we're feeling and what we get up to. So I'll take you along with me for the next 3 or 4 days and see what I get up to in San Francisco. Let's head out. Since my friend's Airbnb was relatively close to the Mission District, we decided to walk there on foot, and we just basically walked all the way down Mission Street in search of this taqueria called Takaria El Farito, which was super popular and busy when we got there. We ended up trying 4 of their tacos and 1 of their burrito. We got 2 of the al pastor tacos, 1 hard shell, 1 soft shell, and 2 of the carne asada tacos, also 1 soft shell, 1 hard shell, and then we got their super burrito as well. My favorite thing that we ordered was definitely the al pastor soft tacos, so if you go and check it out, make sure to get some tacos and don't forget to bring cash. After our delicious lunch in the Mission District, we decided to hop on the BART, which is like the subway, and head over to another super popular neighborhood in San Francisco, Union Square, which is an iconic shopping area in the heart of downtown San Francisco. And of course, as a good Canadian, I had to hit up Trader Joe's to stock up on all the things that we are missing over here up north. Currently walking around the Union Square area. It's just a nice shopping area and we need to pick up a few things, so we just hit up Trader Joe's, but we basically took the subway or the metro here, and we found out the hard way that for the BART you need to use like the Clipper card, but we had bought a pass with the other like company, I guess, which is called like Mooney Mobile, so we just wasted $5 on that. So if you're coming and you're trying to take the metro, like the BART metro, it'll say it on Google Maps. Make sure you buy a Clipper card and then you can just load your funds on there. But anyways, we're walking around now, heading over to Target, doing some shopping, and then we'll see what else we got up to today. After exploring Union Square and doing some shopping, we were feeling a little bit parched, so we decided to check out Boba Guys, which is a boba shop that I've been dying to try for so long, and it definitely did not disappoint, so you might be seeing it a few more times in this vlog. Afterwards, we decided to walk towards Financial District, and we checked out Salesforce Park, which is this super cool outdoor park on top of the Salesforce building, and they even have this very fun gondola that you can take from the street level all the way up to the park, which is on top of the Salesforce Transit Center. And it's just a beautiful green space. It's like a rooftop oasis in the middle of this concrete jungle, which is such a nice break from the regular buildings in the Financial District. And there's so many different types of plants and flowers, and it was just such a nice relaxing stroll that we took around the park. So I definitely recommend checking out Salesforce Park if you have a chance. Our next stop of the day was the Ferry building, which is not only a ferry terminal but also a beautiful marketplace with a bunch of boutique shops, cafes, and restaurants as well. And since we were already there, we decided to take a quick ferry ride across the water to get a better view of the San Francisco skyline. So we hopped on the San Francisco Bay Ferry using our Clipper cards. It was super easy to get a ticket. and we got a lovely seat on the back of the ferry and enjoyed the beautiful views from the water. We are currently on the ferry. We just took it from SF to Oakland, and it was a really nice 40-ish minute ferry ride. We got to see the pretty skyline behind us on the way over, and it was a really nice trip. And now we are heading back over to SF to grab some dinner. We're gonna go hopefully to grab a table at Tony's Pizza Napolitana, which I'm really excited for. Apparently it's really good pizza. We're in the wait list for it on like Yelp, and so hopefully we can go there and get a table. And then we're probably gonna be in that area. It's like Chinatown, so we'll probably go explore Chinatown a bit. The main thing that stood out to me about San Francisco's Chinatown is just its sheer size. It definitely reflects the huge Chinese population that's in the city, and I'm really glad that we got to check it out. Currently here in Little Italy, we are heading over to Tony's Pizza Napolitana, which is apparently this super trendy pizza place. We signed up for the wait list through their Yelp, and the wait list was like 2 hours long, which is perfect because we were on the ferry ride when we signed up, so it actually worked out really well. So now we're going in to go check in, and hopefully we get our table soon. But oh my gosh, we're pulling up and there is a lot of people standing outside, so I'm excited to eat. Once we got to Tony's, we checked in, and even after we checked in, we still have to wait around 15 minutes for our table. So we walked over to this beautiful park next door with this beautiful church and chilled for a little bit before we got our text saying that the table was ready. And then we finally got to check out the insane menu that they have of all of these different types of pizzas. So many of them have won different awards from all over the world, and we ended up trying 2 different pizzas, which was probably a bad idea because we ended up taking most of it home, but it was so delicious. So if you're in San Francisco and you love pizza, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Morning, it is day 2 here in San Francisco. Yesterday night we had dinner at Tony's Pizza Napolitana. It was so good. They have like a bunch of like award-winning pizzas that they've made. I ended up getting La Regina. It has arugula, it has prosciutto, which is like my favorite type of pizza, and it was so good, but humongous. If you go there, try to go with a bunch of people because their portions are enormous. We have so much leftover pizza in the fridge right now, which we will probably snack on throughout the week. If you want to go there, definitely get yourself on the Yelp wait list an hour or even earlier than that. Today we are heading out for a new day. We are trying to, oh my gosh, we're gonna miss the bus. We're gonna miss the bus, run. We are trying to catch the bus to go to eat brunch at this other very famous place called Brendas French Soul Food. Oops, never mind. We missed the bus, so we're gonna take an Uber instead. It made us run the wrong way up this hill, which is super steep. Also, oh my goodness, yesterday we were leaving Tony's. We Ubered back, and the freaking hills are actually insane. It felt like we were on a roller coaster. I don't know how people drive here or walk here or whatever. Anyways, we're gonna catch an Uber and try to get to Brenda's French Soul Food for some brunch. As the name suggests, Brenda's serves New Orleans-style French soul food, and the restaurant is super cute. They have this wait list on a chalkboard that you can write your name on when you get in, and we ended up ordering a couple of different dishes to try. I got the gumbo, which was so yummy, but what I was really here for was this flight of 4 different types of beignets. The first one was the regular plain beignet, super delicious. The second was this chocolate one, and the third was an apple one, which tasted just like apple pie. But the one that I was most looking forward to was this crawfish beignet, which is coated in this delicious Cajun seasoning. Highly recommend checking Brenda's out if you are a big fan of beignets like I am. Afterwards, we head over to check out the beautiful painted ladies, which are these colorful houses that were featured on Full House. And we were feeling a little thirsty, so we decided to pop into Boba Guys to grab a quick drink before we head over to the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood, which is this really interesting and quirky district that was made famous by the hippie movement in the 1960s. We walked all the way down Haight Street, which brought us to Golden Gate Park, which is this massive park in the heart of the city. There are so many attractions, like this super impressive old man, but also a botanical garden. There's a Japanese tea garden, some museums, I believe. but you do have to pay to enter, and since we didn't have too much time to spend there, we head to our next destination, which of course is the super famous Golden Gate Bridge. Currently at the Presidio of San Francisco. We took the bus from Golden Gate Park to the Golden Gate Bridge viewpoint, and we took a bunch of pictures there, which is super nice. And now we are walking over to Baker Beach to get some more pictures of a different angle of the bridge, and it is super duper windy, as you can hear. I definitely recommend walking along the Bluffs Trail to see these beautiful views, but unfortunately for us it was pretty cold that day, so we didn't end up staying for too long at Baker Beach. We are currently in the middle of literally nowhere. We're on some hiking trail and we're walking towards dinner. We're gonna try to go to a Burmese restaurant called Mandalay. I've never had Burmese food before, so I'm really excited to try it. But yeah, we just finished walking around Baker Beach. It was very pretty, but it's really cloudy today and kind of cold, so nobody was like at the beach. But it has a good view of the Golden Gate Bridge from the other side. So if you want to get more pictures, that's a good place to do it. But it is a little far, so it's like not the most ideal photo spot, but it was a nice little walk over there anyways. We just did the hike along the coast, and it was really nice. So now we're continuing to walk, getting our steps in. We're at like 18,000 already today, so getting some more steps in, and then we're gonna have hopefully a very delicious dinner. Our dinner at Mandalay restaurant was absolutely incredible. The staff are super sweet, and it was our first time trying Burmese food, so they gave us a whole bunch of different recommendations. We ended up grabbing some cocktails to start, and then we also tried their special noodles, which were really delicious, and they prepared it right in front of you. And then we also tried their spicy beef dish as well, which was really yummy. And then afterwards we took an Uber over to Smuggler's Cove, which is a super popular bar that specializes in rum and exotic cocktails. The vibes in this place are just so much fun, so if you have a chance when you're in San Francisco, definitely check it out. It is day 3 here in San Francisco and my last full day. Yesterday we had dinner at Mandalay, which is a Burmese restaurant. It was really good. We had like their special noodles and their volcano beef, and it was delicious. And then afterwards we went over to a bar called Smuggler's Cove, which is like a bunch of like award-winning rum cocktails. They specialize in rum, and we got 2 cocktails there, which were super strong and like really big. They're like pricey, but I feel like they're pretty worth for how much you pay. Anyways, this morning we caught Uber over to the Fishermans Wharf area. We're gonna be exploring this area for the day and like Pier 39 and all of that, so we're excited for that. But first we grabbed some lunch from InNOut, because here in California you just gotta get yourself some InNOut. So we grabbed some InNOut and it was super busy, so we just got it to go and we're chilling on a bench. We're gonna eat this and then we're gonna go explore this area. Fisherman's Wharf is one of the busiest tourist areas in the city, and for very good reason. There's so much to do here. Our first stop of the day was Musée Mécanique, which is this super cool old-fashioned spot with a bunch of antique coin-operated arcade games. They had a bunch of really old, slightly creepy games, as well as like Tetris and some of the newer ones, but it was so much fun, and everything is actually coin-operated, so it was like a quarter to play these games, which is a really good deal for an arcade in my opinion. Also, fun fact, this place was featured in Princess Diaries. If you're a fan, you might recognize this as one of the filming locations for the first Princess Diaries movie, and we checked out a few other ones as well throughout the day. After we played a few games, we checked out this cafe that had these adorable sourdough breads in different shapes before we head over to the famous Pier 39, which has a bunch of shops and restaurants on the water. They even had this live performance that day, and we stopped to watch it for a bit because this guy was super impressive before we continued walking around, and we went to go check out this area, which was supposed to have a bunch of sea lions, but obviously, as you can see, the docks were completely empty that day, unfortunately, but we did end up seeing 2 sea lions just chilling, so that was better than nothing. It's currently 4 p.m. and we just checked out Pier 39, which was really fun. It's just like a very like touristy area, but there's like a show going on, so we watched that. I wanted to go see like the sea lion area. Usually like a whole bunch of sea lions, but right now it's like the time of the year that they are not there, so we only got to see a few, but they were very cute. So right now we are walking towards Coit Tower, which is like one of the monuments, I guess, and I think it's like on a hill somewhere, so we're walking over there to check that out, and then we might go pass by Lombard Street and check that out too. Lombard Street is famous for being the crookedest street in the world, and it was such a fun place to check out, and we took some really nice pictures there. For dinner, we decided to check out Surrey-san because we were craving Korean food. Their fried chicken was pretty good, but honestly nothing to write home about. I just feel like I've had way better Korean food that was much less expensive. After dinner, we walked around a little bit, checked out a few souvenir shops, and then explored Ghirardelli Square, which is a paradise for chocolate lovers and also has a long history in the city, as the Ghirardelli Chocolate Company was founded in San Francisco in 1852. This day also happened to be the 4th of July, so we ended up grabbing a seat in the park just in front of Ghirardelli Square and watching the beautiful fireworks from there, and they did such a good job with them. Highly recommend spending the 4th of July in San Francisco. It is my 4th and final day here in San Francisco. Yesterday we had so much fun exploring the Fisherman's Wharf in the Pier area, and then we just found a spot in the park in front of Ghirardelli Square and watched the fireworks from there, which was so nice. But then when we were trying to get home after, it was just such a mess because it was so busy, and calling an Uber and all of that was just so much work. But we finally made it home, and then last night, right before I was about to sleep, I get an email from Air Canada saying that my flight has been canceled. So they booked me for another flight with United, and it's like a red eye, so it's like at 11 p.m. tonight. I arrive tomorrow morning at like 7 in the morning, and then I have work at 9, which sounds pretty awful. Yeah, that's the current situation. So today I have another day in San Francisco, which I was not expecting, and my friend Daniel's actually at work today, so I am going to do a little bit of solo exploring. I'm going to try to go hit up Target and Trader Joe's because as a Canadian girly, those are the things that people always ask for when you go to the States. So I'm gonna go try to grab some things from there, and then there's a few areas that I still haven't explored that I wanted to explore, like going over to like Oracle Park, which is like the big stadium. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Might be a little rough because I don't have any data and I've been relying on Daniel for that, but I downloaded the map, so hopefully it's fine, and I'm gonna take the bus into town and then probably just walk around after that. So that's my only plan for the day, and then I'll probably grab dinner with Daniel before I head to the airport. So we'll see what I get up to on my 4th and final day here in San Francisco. I started my day of solo activities by first taking the bus over to Target and Trader Joe's to pick up some snacks and some other gifts for my family and friends back home. And then I walked over to Spark Social, which is this really cool food truck park with a bunch of different food truck options. I tried this stall, which is Momo Noodles, and they were super tasty. And then I walked over to Oracle Park to go check out the famous baseball stadium, which is the home of the San Francisco Giants. And I took a little lap around the building, didn't go in obviously, but it was cool to see. And then I walked over to the Chase Center, which is the home of the Golden State Warriors, so I got to see that as well. Then I stopped for a quick drink at Boba Guys, of course. I tried their mango matcha this time and it was pretty good, not my favorite though. And then I took the bus over to probably the highlight of my entire trip, which was seeing the Palace of Fine Arts. I walked around this area for a few hours just enjoying the beautiful scenery and the architecture. Also, if you're a Barbie fan like me, you might recognize this place from Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. I just finished checking out the Palace of Fine Arts, which is actually so freaking gorgeous. I'm so glad. Look how beautiful that is. I'm so glad that I got to check that out before I left, because if I had taken my original flight, I wouldn't have seen it. So very happy to have been here for a 4th day, but now I am going to head to the Apple store because first of all, I don't have data, and so I don't have Wi-Fi, so I have no idea how to get home, and also my phone is dying. So that's the plan for now, and then we'll see how I get back to the Airbnb a little bit later. And that was pretty much the end of my time in San Francisco. I went back, grabbed my stuff afterwards, and head to the airport and said goodbye to my friend and head back to Canada. Hi, editing Angela here. It's been almost 6 months since I went on that trip to San Francisco, and a lot has changed since then, but I just realized that I forgot to do an outro for this vlog, so I'm doing it now. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I have a bunch of vlogs coming out soon from my travels that I did after this trip over the summer, so make sure to stick around for those, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!